Hello, Cepheus here, giving you another game of Starbow, and I'm also giving you another game of Artosis in the Protoss color, wow, in the orange Terran pieces. He's going to be playing versus his arch enemy, Nap, in the teal pieces. I'm sorry I'm giggling, but Nap is such a... I don't know, it's like one of those nicknames that are not too threatening. You know, if you don't defeat the Death Killer, I will have to send in Nap. It's like it's kind of that Swedish programmer sort of, which is not very threatening name either. Nor is Artosis, but Artosis is kind of like Artosis just feels more like a name. Of course, his name isn't Artosis, but it's like it's just a name. It's like I can't think of a name now, of course, because I was comparing it to something. But yeah. Anyhow, so the reason I'm doing this best of three with the score and everything is this is very false. But I did a cast earlier a couple of days ago with Artosis versus Nap on Fighting Spirit, and Nap took that game. You should check that out if you haven't watched it. Spoilers, by the way. And they played a ton of games, and Artosis has won a ton of games as well. But I'm just picking up. I'm nitpicking a little bit there and finding games I really enjoyed. And this is another one of those games that I really enjoyed. So I'm casting this as well. I didn't see the whole thing. I just one of those crazy Nap versus Artosis games, and I want to catch it. And since I want to cast it. And since I already casted a game, might as well put a best of three here just for funsies. But of course, this was not a tournament setting or anything like that. And those two games I'm casting now are kind of random in between a lot of games. So, but it is really cool to see both Tasteless and Artosis playing a lot of Starbow these days. If you want to see Tasteless and Artosis play Starbow, they are streaming on Azubu TV. Almost every other day, I think they're streaming Starbow. I know if I get this VOD up quickly, I know they'll be streaming on Saturday probably. I mean Sunday. Artosis told me that he might stream on Sunday. Also, tomorrow Saturday, if probably today or yesterday or something, depending on when you see this VOD, there will be the Starbow ladder night. A lot of people come in to try Starbow, but there's not a lot of people on the ladder. But we want to have like a day where everyone comes into the ladder at the same time, and then it's going to be a lot easier to find games, and hopefully it will be a lot more enjoyable for everyone. So, if you would like to test out Starbow, or just come back to the ladder, you've been laddering for a while, and then you kind of stop laddering for whatever reason, you want to check it out again, come back to the ladder on Saturday. We'll try and make it as packed as possible, and also would like to encourage all of the more old school players to keep a positive attitude and open mind to the new players. Try to teach and instruct them instead of just beating them and laughing at them, which is not a very nice thing to do. So we got Nap here doing what Nap does the most. Oh, I like this from Artosis though. I don't know. I like Artosis has usually been gone for like one factory expand, being very defensive, but I don't know, something tells me he might just want to be a little bit more aggressive right now. It just doesn't seem like the most defensive build, and I think he kind of has to on this map because there's no high ground advantage. He has to just churn out more units than his opponent, I feel. And oh yes, my back just needed a little bit of pop, and I like how he hid this SCV for a long time to go back and see what's happening. He sees there is no expansion yet. I don't know what he has to assume though, because there's no other, like there's no Robo, there's no Stargate, so very little to be seen here. It's probably gonna be an expansion, but Artosis doesn't really know that yet. It's gonna be very interesting. We're gonna have siege mode on the siege tanks. Barracks flying out. Is he? See, okay, he's getting a second siege tank, but he's got a lot of minerals. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it's not gonna be a very aggressive build. It is gonna be a very safe expand instead. I guess this is the fake double, so they call it. Where you build as if you're going to add another factory and go for a push, but instead you're just taking your expansion. But it's very safe in them. Nap can put on some more pressure on this map though compared to other maps, because there is no high ground here. Man, I can't talk today. I say that every cast, don't I? This is one of those maps that a lot of people are favoring Protoss versus Terran because of the layout of the map. Ooh, almost loses the Dragoon. He's got to be careful. He doesn't really want to Yeah, it's always nice to try and pick off a siege tank or a couple of marines, but you don't want to lose a dragoon. That's like super important. Ooh, I like the hidden Stargate. Not gonna get scanned too easily. Also, this place is a good place for hidden buildings, but this is even better if you can get away with it because it's closer to the enemy. The arch enemy, the nemesis, that is Artosis, and we have a flying ball incoming. It's called a sentinel. It kind of acts like an oracle. It does not look like an oracle. It's actually the top half of a robo bay and the bottom half of a sentry, which is kind of cool. And it's a flying little pesky annoying unit. It doesn't do too much damage, but it has these kind of air mines that it can put out that stays in the air for 2 minutes, and they're cloaked, and they go off at a nearby unit unless you tell it not to. And then they don't, and you have to manually target them instead, which is usually much better, because they would just go off of anything. So if he just puts down like one marine, it just goes off and blows up with the marine and only deals damage to that marine instead of getting a whole group of units, since it does deal splash damage. And the siege mode is up. Nap is going to lose a dragoon, but nice reaction time there, and this is the time for Artosis to expand. I hope he expands. Go, go, go! Go, Orbital Command! He can, if he wants to, he can use the overcharge to make the Orbital Command fly faster, but I don't think he wants to spend energy that way. Doing kind of like a noobish cast now, but overcharge on Orbital Commands make factories and barracks and starports build units faster for a short period of time. It's very much like a chrono boost for Terran, except it doesn't work on upgrades and workers. Because workers, you have cooldown SCVs instead. And here comes the flying balls, and they're going to be very annoying, especially since this missile turret does protect quite well, but not that well. And we got a couple of null wards here. If he's smart now, he's going to turn off the autocast. So they don't go off on that marine. No, he turned off the autocast. It's really nice. He could have maybe. Not sure if he wants it to go off on these marines or not, but Artosis is trying to bait them out. He's kind of curious, why aren't they going off? But here comes a lot of SCVs. See if he can bait those in. Yes, he wants to go off on the SCVs. Come on. You want to do this. He's gonna get this turret too, which is very annoying for Artosis. Ah, yes! Oh, get so many SCVs! Awesome use of that, whatever it's called. Null ward. Ooh, and he picks off every single SCV. He can even get a couple of marines there, I think, but he's just gonna head out. How many? He got 12 workers there. Nap with a huge advantage early on. That's how important it is to manually detonate those null wards instead of automatically doing it. Unfortunately, that null ward did not get up in time to catch those vultures. So the vultures are going to rim around, and the dragoons needs to go back and form a wall here. Oh no, see, Artosis is going to return to favor and probably kill 8, 6, 12 probes. I can't count. 12 wasn't it, of his own. No, the probe's doing a good job though. Oh, surrounding the vultures. The vultures not getting the kills they want to only get 5 probes. And Nap is in a good economic advantage at the moment, I think. Yes, he definitely is. 40 workers versus 28. And I forgot to fix my... Note that one. That one. I want the mouse zoom wheel. That's so cool. It makes all my viewers nauseous. Okay. So, oh yes, Reactor. I was going to say Reactor has been removed from this game, but this is an older replay, and Reactors... This is one of the last games with a Reactor in the game. So enjoy while you can, Artosis. It is gone now. But we do have a much stronger Spider Mine now to compensate. Also, Overcharge has become a little bit better, queuing up them SCVs. And Nap taking his 3rd base. He's probably going to look to take a 4th base at some point. I'm very curious if he's going to try and return to his Stargate tech later on. He loves massing them scouts towards the late game. So many null wards and so many sentinels controlling this choke, which is very, very good for Nap. He's going to keep his opponent pinned down, keep him expanding a little bit more safely. It's going to be very difficult for Artosis to get any vulture run by there safely. He might want to try and do a dropship or something, perhaps. A lot of energy on these orbitals. Yes, he needs to spend that. But on the other hand, there's a lot of energy on these nexuses as well. Wow. Both are not macroing very optimally at the moment. But I shouldn't say too much. There is no way I could ever beat any one of these guys. And I recently just played Nap a couple hours ago, and he is so good. Man, it's so hard to beat them. We do have a ladder for Starbow at starbowmod.com, which is the link you can see up here. And, oh, he's going to try and pick off these null wards. Sorry. And the rank is from A to E, where A is the best and E is the worst. And Nap just made B rank today, actually, so congrats to him. That says something about how good these players are. There's about 10 or 11 players in total that are A rank. That's real Grandmaster League, man. So we have more factories incoming. Finally, for Artosis. I wouldn't say finally. He's got his 2 base really well saturated now. It's time for that. He's gonna try and clear out as many null wards and sentinels as he can, but he's gonna lose a Goliath. Oh, he's gonna repair. He's gonna. Do you want to get the Goliath? Wow, that's a lucky Goliath. Oh, and he's gonna sneak out a couple of vultures. I like it. Clearing out the mines to sneak out the vultures. Very good move from Artosis. Only losing 1 vulture in the process. Now he knows he's got to wall up again. There we go. You got a hole there. You got a hole there. Okay, yeah. You want to just plug the general hole. We have anyway, and some mines here now. That's nice. Oh, but it's got this base, but it's fairly well protected with 3 cannons. There's very little 4 vultures can do about that. But these mines are going to prove pesky and annoying for Nap. Also, just have to show you, it's a beautiful Christmas, isn't it? Oh, look at that! Such a nice Christmas tree. Okay, there's another one back here somewhere. I think there it is. Wow, such wow. So we got more interesting than Christmas trees are 2 High Templars and 2 Zealots. Nap is just, I guess, just checking for expansions. This is 1 slow war prism. I really hope he's gonna get that speed sometime. He doesn't even have a robo base, so that's not gonna happen anytime soon. But if he can drop a couple of High Templars there, get the Zealots out first to bait out the tank fire, he can kill a lot. Workers. Nice Spider-Man hits there, actually. Oh, he's been trying to expand, but Nap is just making it impossible for him to expand. I'm going to keep an eye on min-map for that. Warp Prism, but it's not doing anything soon. He might want to do this as a response of Artosis moving out to try and take his 3rd, which I think is wise. I don't think he really needs to. Like, a lot of players, when they get a drop ready, just want to attack with a drop. But you want to time out drops. Drops has a purpose. And you want to get that drop right. So Artosis finding the null wards, going to clean them up. It's only 1 Goliath though. If this Sentinel can pick off the Goliath, it's gonna have to force him to make a lot of cannons and go back there. Ooh, he's gonna find the observers. Nap, protect the observers. He can kill that Goliath with the Sentinels and get micro, I think. But he's not doing it. He can even... Dude, this Goliath is so far out, you can just kill it with units, man. There we go. Oh, more mines being hit there on these poor units. Oh, but here comes his siege tanks. He wants to pull back. He wants to be careful. Okay, gets 1 tank and then get back out of there. Now, the siege tanks have been moved away. This is the time to drop and storm. But it's not going to happen anytime soon. I like it. The Goliath is dead and null wards can do more damage. And Nap is just being incredibly annoying, making it so difficult for Artosis to expand. This is such a hard expansion to hold his turn to. It's so much wide open space. Very rarely do we see this wide open of a 3rd base in Starbow. And actually, I think... No, I was going to say in Brood War this was mineral only, but that's wrong. It's this one that's mineral only. It's the same in Starbow. Getting another... Oh, he's going to get an SCV. He's going to... Oh, he's going to throw an old ward over there. Well, it's going to hit something, that's for sure. Or, no, or maybe not. There we go. Nice. Still not doing anything with this one. Big null ward hits here. If you can get this one too. Go. Hit. You got a null ward. Attack. Attack with it, please. For the love of everything that's good and right in this world. Oh, the monster's just going to kill it now. It's unfortunate, but here we go. Big attack here. In the meantime, no, sorry, nothing. I thought something was going on. No, but he's gonna chase the army of Nap away. Sorry. Bad spectator. Nap is gonna secure this, but man, does he take a lot of damage. I mean, Artosis trying to do this. In the meantime, Nap is taking 2 more bases, and he can do so very safely. Artosis can't really do anything, but Artosis is focusing. I was gonna say focusing on getting them upgrades, but not really. It's just gotten 1-1. Which is from the same upgrades, not doing anything with his army at the moment. Nice, gonna zone out some units with that storm, but he's gonna try and snipe the High Templar with the vultures. Very nice from Artosis. So Artosis just needs to claw his way, inch his way forward. He's got very, very conservative and, well, maybe not conservative, but very turtleish game style. I think he forgot about this Warp Prism, which is so sad. I want to see some Warp Prism action. But Nap has, in the meantime, though, transitioned into Arbiters. Does he have the upgrades for them? I think he does. There we go. It's moving. He remembered it. He can just drop the High Templars right away. And Storm! Ooh! Storm drop! Ooh! Oh, so many dead workers. Oh, and he's moving them through the storm. It's so late. And he's getting the gas workers too. And he's got even more storm. Yes, he's got even more storm in it. 1 more storm. There we go. Got the... And our Archon recall. Man, that was a good storm drop. 30 workers killed so far from Nap. This is so weird. Usually it's the complete opposite in this game. It's usually Terran who gets in there with vultures, kills tons and tons of workers. But this game, Nap has been dominating, and he really has the control of this game. That doesn't mean Artosis can't win. It just means that he has to be super careful and fight from behind. So Artosis now is moving with a large group of vultures. He's gonna try and block everything, but oh, he needs to block with more buildings because there's so many of them. They can actually shoot down this dragoon so fast. There's a choke here. There is a choke here, but he is not sending any units or doing anything. He's just letting this die. Well, there's a couple of cannons there though that might actually do some damage if they get chrono boosted. And they don't get, okay, there we go. Chrono boosted cannons. I want to stay away from that. Those are machine guns, man. They shoot 50% faster when they're chrono boosted. Oh, he's gonna try and get more cannons, but Artosis is finding the sweet spot there. No Artosis pylons here. He's gonna have to kill a lot of them. In the meantime, no more. Okay, there we go. More upgrades coming in from Artosis. Both. Oh, I was gonna say no. Those were not the same upgrade. Of course, those were two different upgrades. Man, the reinforcements from Nap just getting slaughtered by these. Why was I going to say Hellions? Vultures. Wow, I haven't even paid attention to StarCraft 2 in a long time. But for some reason, oh, that's so many mines! Oh, it's such a dead dragoon. Such dead dragoon. So vultures shooting grenades out from every single angle of their vulture bikes. And yeah, now this harassment's gonna end because this cannon just got activated. So Nap dealing with this with mostly buildings and not too many units. In the meantime though, he's got a couple of arbiters here. I don't know what he's thinking right now. Like, is he thinking, I just want to take the map and chill and stay maxed out and make like tons and tons of production facilities so as soon as I lose my army I can just max out again? Or is he thinking I have to do damage now before Artosis gets too much an economy and too big of a mech army? I think the first is a good alternative. Just chill and just make sure you got like bases everywhere, production everywhere. So whenever the push happens, and you try to defend it as long as possible, you can just reinforce your position like infinitely. And speaking of push happening, here we go. Artosis is moving out. No, it's just trying to inch its way forward. That's so many siege tanks though. For some reason he said this is the time, and it is because he's got. What? I'm confused. He's got a lot of upgrades. Oh, nice stasis there. Is this gonna be a recall? Okay, he's gonna try and sneak in another stasis. I can actually kill like Goliath. Wow, how often do you see an arbiter killing? Oh, huge! Come on, stasis! Oh, I only get 4 tanks. I like how Artosis split his tanks there in the last second, but this is not a good engagement for Nap because these tanks, these units are actually protecting the tanks. They're forcing Protoss into choke, and he's gonna try get some more stasis. Oh, he recalls on top of the army instead. Wow, I don't know if I agree, but that was a really cool move. And actually, Nap is losing a lot of units there. Artosis does lose some tanks as well, but Nap's gonna have to pull out of there, and Artosis is almost ahead in supply now. Nap is, yes, producing a ton of units, and he's starting with the scout switch, which I think is wise. He was maxed out anyway. He couldn't go for the scout switch, and he's been getting some upgrades in the meantime, which is very, very nice. He's got nothing. This is his first upgrade. Never mind. Move along here. Nothing to see. Oh wow, Nap taking this base as well. Nap has 5. No, this one's not. He's got 4 mining bases at the moment, which is such a big economy for Protoss. Artosis got 2, and soon to be 3, hopefully. He's gonna start distance mining here. It's probably gonna land some orbital there soon. Artosis is gonna push, and he has to push now, and he has to do economic damage or production-wise damage. But I think he can do production-wise damage because I think Nap's production. Oh wow, those spider mice are crazy. I think his production is kind of spread around now, so it's gonna have to be economic damage. This is a very good place to siege, though. He's gonna be able to start hitting on the base of Nap, and Nap is gonna have a very hard time attacking into this. But there's not that many Goliaths. If he can get the decent number of scouts out, and here goes the stasis. Oh, kind of overlapping stasis there, but very good stasis. Lost both of the arbiters in the process, though. So I don't know if it was worth it because it's just not enough. I don't think he can deal with this without the scouts. Where are the scouts? Doesn't he have a ton of scouts? He only has 5? I thought he was making so many scouts. He's making 4 more at the moment, though. Okay, now he has 6, and he's making 4, so it's gonna be 10 soon. Oh, so many vultures gonna get into his main base. He's kind of split up the army of Nap here, and Artosis can just kill so many probes. And he's actually lost a lot of, I think he lost a lot on splash damage there from the mines, but here comes the scouts defending versus the vultures. Are the vultures just gonna go for it and try and kill workers, or are they gonna head out again? I think they're gonna head out again, unfortunately. He doesn't want to lose too many vultures. There's nothing to fodder for anything. He's gonna making so many Goliaths. He saw all the scouts suddenly. He should have scanned for it a while back, but I guess he just didn't really know. And oh, with some nice EMPs though going off, so bring the scouts down to very little shield. He's gonna get another stasis off. So many stasis. This is only vultures though, but he's gonna lose all the. He keeps losing arbiters in the process though. But here comes the scouts from behind, trying to pick off siege tanks. Dragoons coming in, trying to pick off the vultures. Can Nap break this contain? It's gonna be very close. It's so difficult. So many Goliaths rallying in, trying to kill all the scouts, and the scouts are being whittled down to almost nothing. But in the meantime, he's managed to kill so many siege tanks. But soon the stasis will be over, and the army of Artosis will be so much bigger. Nap being so far ahead in this game, and he's actually falling behind in supply now. He is still ahead in economy though, so if he can just stay alive, he might be able to. I was going to say come back from this, because he is in a very tough position right now, and there's just more and more Goliaths being made, and he stopped scout production, which I think is very good, because he's forced his opponent into making so many Goliaths that he might overmake them, and then he might have a crushing gun army. But I would love to see some Storm, maybe some more Arbiters. Here we go again, and Artosis just crushing the army of Nap here. It's so hard, eating everything. Even Nap throwing in workers even. Is this the end? Is this it? Like, it's so weird because Nap has all these other bases on the map, and he has this presence, but he can't just hold his main. Well, okay, there we go. He's gonna push back a little bit, but whittling down Artosis' forces to very few in number, and I don't know if Artosis wants to try and head out before the next round of production hits, or if he just wants to deal some damage. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna try and deal damage. He's killed some production, he's killed some tech, but he hasn't really touched the economy of Nap. That's what he's got going for him. Nap's income is incredible. Look at this income. His APM is... well, they're about the same, actually. Nap has actually got higher APM than Artosis at the moment. And there we go. Nap picking off yet another siege tank. But here comes the reinforcements of Artosis from behind. He's going to put down some mines. Going to try and snipe the High Templar. Not really going to get it, but... again, Nap is driven back, and Artosis has the superior army. High Templars incoming, but they're just being rallied to their deaths. Okay, there we go. That's a nice pickup for Nap. If he can get even more siege tanks, that's going to be huge. He needs to bring back the Goliath to help fight these Dragoons. Artosis, what are you doing? Well, it doesn't really matter. There's so many tanks here. Ooh, nice storm, though. If he can storm these Goliath, that would be huge. But no, EMP hits, and that Archon's going to go down. Bam. Nap just... but still, though, he hasn't touched his mining. Well, he killed some workers here, but there was no minerals left. Nap's economy is still exactly the same. He's just rallying units into their death, and Artosis is rallying as well. And in the meantime, Artosis has been getting this base up. He still hasn't gotten this base up, which is incredible. Maybe he did, and Nap killed it without me noticing it. But Artosis is clawing his way back into this game. I think Nap is going to try and gather up as much forces as he can and not attack for a long time. Just try and wait this one out. Probably count this base as being dead. This contain is hard, man. Look at that. It's going to be so difficult to break, but he's breaking right now, which might be smart because Artosis has unsieged a lot of his tanks. Nope, he's coming back again. Gonna chill a little bit. And yes, this base is definitely going to go down, but these three bases have been alive and kicking for a long time. He might even be able to take this one, and Artosis hasn't even sent like a small group of ultras here, but here we go. Nap's going to try and move out again, but he's losing so many High Templars and Dragoons, and this feels like just... Nap is just delaying the inevitable here. I don't think he can break this like ever. This is such a difficult contain to break out of. And he really needs to like maybe start to move his production over here. He's gonna get a Stargate here, that's nice. But just get a ton of gateways up here, but he doesn't really have the money to do so right now. Because attacking from this position is just so disadvantageous, if that's even a word. Oh, wow, that spider mine derped. Ugh, don't go into mines! Oh. Okay, I like this. He's using the face shield ability of the Observer, which allows it to yeah, he has to manually target fire it to kill it. So it's not that good versus a very skilled player, but you're definitely going to get a little bit more scouting off than you normally would. Okay, 3 Arbiters now. If he can... oh, huge storms on the Vultures! That was actually quite nice. If he can get some really good stasis off, or maybe do some sick recalls, he might be able to break this contain. Oh, he still hasn't gotten this base? Oh, here we go. One stasis. Can he get more? He wants to save this base. I don't know if he can save this base though. He's gonna lose an arbiter, but he gets 2 stasis off. And here we go. Here comes Nap. Can he do this? Can he break the container of Artosis? He's bringing so many Archons, which is nice because mines do not trigger on Archons. They can of course deal damage to Archons, but they don't. Archons don't trigger them. He's gonna break this side. How is it gonna be over here? Okay, the base goes down, but Nap, I think, is gonna break this container. At least for the right side here. On the left side it might be more difficult, but there's only Goliaths. There's no siege tanks here. Here goes, the stasis is off. The Goliaths are free to roam the map, and Artosis is actually gonna head out. He's gonna just head back home. He's got a science facility. Could do some EMPs, and he gets some EMPs. And these Goliaths are actually very well upgraded, and can deal with it. Oh, huge stasis there. Okay, Nap. Okay, there we go. That's what Nap needed. Now this container is broken. Yes, and Artosis is realizing it, and he's going back home. No, he's not. He's moving further in, which I don't agree with at the moment. This stasis was huge, and Nap still has good economy. He only lost 1 base, and he can still keep rallying in units. Artosis should have gone home there, I think, and he's just gonna lose more and more units. And Nap is free. Free at last. I feel like William Wall is lying there on the guillotine, screaming freedom. I guess it's more like the Soldiers of Ire, but it's almost the same as the members of Scotland. But there we go. Actually, Artosis is finding this base, which shouldn't be a big surprise to him. And he can actually do some damage here. Maybe he can try and even pick it off with these Goliaths. He's going to go for the workers instead. He's actually not even killed all the cannons there yet. Oh, but in the meantime, though, Nap is going to take this base from Artosis, and that is so big because Artosis doesn't really have that many mining bases left. His natural is out, his third is almost out, and this base is being very well saturated. Nap is actually going to try and go for this base, and he doesn't even know that Artosis have it, something like that. Oh, he pulled all his workers, but he didn't really have to. So Nap doesn't know about this base. How many bases? Artosis knows about these bases. He's been scanning them. So I think the next time Artosis tries to launch anything of an attack, he might want to think about going over here and trying to pick off these 2 expansions, but they're almost mined out now. They've been having them for so long. At least this one is getting close. By the time Artosis will get a push all the way over here, I think this base will be mined out. This one probably not. He's actually going to push now, or he's going to defend, because he saw that Nap found this base. But he has most of his army down here, actually, so if Artosis commits too much of his army to defend this base, Nap could come in from the south and bring down Artosis' third, but Artosis is doing a really good job bringing in some reinforcements. Only 3 siege tanks, but a lot of Spider-Man's going to eat up most of these zealots. And yeah, these Dragoons probably not going to break this, even though that was a lot of Dragoons. But oh, the army is moving down again in the worst time horrible for Nap to go in here and do some damage to this base. I don't think he's going to take it, but Artosis is not turning around. There we go, he's turning around. Nap is driving Artosis back and forth. I think that was a little bit of a luck with this one. I don't think he realized that Artosis had his entire army there. It just moved out of position. But Artosis is going to have to transfer all his workers now. It's not going to go back in here again. There's only 3 cannons. I mean, love. Ow, tanks. That sound made my tongue hurt. That was really bad. Okay, so Artosis should leave a couple of siege tanks on the huge minefield there, or he can just defend this and just go and push this base, which I think he will do. And he's going to try and defend this flank in the meantime at the same time. And Nap is kind of dividing his army here in between these 2 bridges, and if he's too much divided, Artosis could just pick it off. Oh, and here we go. He's going to lose this Arbiter. That's huge. No stasis going off. This is a very nice position from Artosis. I don't think Nap can do anything now touching in regard to this space going up. He could go back here and try and deal some damage here, but there's so many vultures. Nice storm, though. How many workers has he killed this game? 54, but Artosis is getting his worker kills up here. These Dragoons are going to be incredibly annoying. Dragoons not known for their harassment skills, but sure, if you got enough of them, you can use them for anything. It's like the potato. Oh, he sees the Dark Templar. No, he doesn't. Oh, it's just barely out of range. It's just playing with fire and death. Oh, now it's dead. Almost. Oh, wow, he's going to get this orbital. Maybe. So many almost dead. See, if you got a couple of good storm drops there, that would be huge. But Nap actually being... Well, if Nap takes this expansion, and Artosis has this base and this base, that will be so weird. But this is the only mining base of Artosis right now. Sure, he may be looking in a dominant position right now with his nice setup over here, and he can start picking off these bases, but it's going to take forever to kill those bases. In the meantime, Nap has been mining so many more minerals, and is currently also mining so much more. And you need to siege up there, dude, if you want to hit those cannons. There we go. What does Nap do? The question we should all ask ourselves, what would Nap do? Well, judging by his name. Anyway, so Artosis is laying siege on this base. I think Nap just wants to mine out as much as possible. This one is almost completely mined out. This one will mine out so fast because Artosis has so many workers. But here we go. Nap coming in from all sides. And this is not a lot of units. And Nap will just crush this because it's... Wow. Where did all the units go? Didn't he have like a lot of more units here? This is nothing. Nap's just going to kill this. Easy peasy. For Breezy. And Artosis just needs to bring up the rest of his stuff and defend this because this is the last mining base of Artosis. I think Nap may have done this. Okay, sure, he lost this base. It was almost empty anyway. He's still got this mining base and this one. But Nap is also running a little bit dry on minerals, to be honest. But Artosis got nothing. Look at that. He's got 108 minerals and only gas income. And he's going to lose his orbital. This is it, I think. I don't think there's anything Artosis can... He can try and crush this push with the rest of his units. If he can crush the push and get an orbital down and kill a lot of the economy of Nap, but he's not. He killed the space, but Nap is retaking it, and he lost all his siege tanks. He's gonna go for the throat instead. I don't know what Artosis is thinking and doing now. He's got a nice little flank set up there. He's gonna start distance mining from here. He still hasn't. Oh yeah, he's gotten the space up. He just died. Should get it up again. I like his flanking moves here, but this is so little main army to deal with the main base of Nap, though. He's so spread out thin. It's so difficult being a mech player and you know, spacing out your units correctly. Oh, scouts! That's it, man. Oh, perfect. There are no Goliaths, and there's no economy. Oh, there's a little bit of economy now. He's gonna have to start making some Goliaths, but I think this is it, man. I don't think there's anything Artosis can do from this point. I think Nap's got this game again. I think Nap is gonna take this series 2-0. It's not really any series, but yeah, Artosis can't really do anything. And GG, Nap beating Artosis again. And just to give Artosis some credit here, this is not the only 2 games they've played. They played tons of games. Artosis has won a ton of them. It's just these 2 games that I've casted were so good, I wanted to cast those. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.